Okay, thank you very much for the presentation related to the status of the insect derived from the cochineal in halal industry. So it seems that cochineal becomes the issue in the halal industry because cochineal is an insect, not as a fish, clearly, not as a locust, for example, but insect. When we come to the insect, there is the status of that kinds of the animal, whether can be consumed or not. Kalau let me say that cochineal is part of the fish, there is no question at all. But now, if we look to the cochineal, especially maybe we can see next. Oh, this is the cochineal, very red color, and then considered as the insect living on the land, not in the ocean. So therefore, not under the category of fish. So the strength of the cochineal produce natural red dye color, and this color, what we call most likely being used for the food producer in order to attract the attentions of the consumer, especially the kids. Right? So where it is from, often found in the female cochineal. So you see, we have male and female, and finally, the female, the one who produce the color. If you see also the bees, also same thing, right? That produce the honey is not male bee, but female bees. So I don't. This is maybe what we call significance when we are talking about male and female in order to produce something. We know also the importance of the mother who gives the birth for all human beings, not male, but insect also naturally the same thing, produce something which needed by human being. So in the case of cochineal, produce the color, which is very important for us in halal industry because it is number one, carminic acid, right? And number two, known as E120, natural red 4 and cochineal extract, and so what is this? CIG 75470. Maybe you can see at the labeling of any product, right? If they use these kinds of the sauce. So this is the way how to extract the cochineal. And finally, you see the cochineal filled insect. And this is from the very beginning until the end. Right? And finally, we bottle it and then market and then what we call supply to the consumer and available in the supermarket. Right? Okay, go on. This is why we are concerned about cochineal. Because become the issue about the usage of this kind of the insects. And of course, our course is halal law and fatwa in ASEAN. We want to see the status of the using of this product, whether permissible or otherwise. You as students not yet come to the level to issue the verdict. So that is why what has been presented here, you refer to the authorized person who give the fatwa about that. But at the same time, you have to think for cochineal issue, we have two different verdicts. One saying that permissible and another one saying that not permissible, right? So this is generally about Shafi'i, Hanafi, Hanbali, and Maliki school of thought. This is classical opinions, right? Maybe some countries follow Shafi'i, they have to issue the fatwa in according to Shafi'i, but does not mean that what has been said by another school of thought, especially Hanafi, right, is not is not correct. They have also justification behind that. But this is what I would like to say, that the guideline that we have to refer, we as a modern contemporary scholar, to study before we issue the verdict. But we can say briefly, according to the slide here, Shafi'i school of thought saying that non-halal except locusts and water insect. When we come to Hanafi school of thought, non-halal except locusts. Hanbali saying that non-halal except locusts also. Maliki generally halal unless stated of its impurity and harm in the Holy Quran. You see, we found that Maliki, even though the scholar who live in Al-Madinah give very tolerant and also what we call tolerant opinion regarding about the status of the insect. Not directly refer to the cochineal, but this is insect in general. The problem that we are talking today about the cochineal. And then they have also the justification behind that. Okay, go the next. This is the what we call the fatwa of Brunei Darussalam, saying that not permissible with the justification here. So you see sometimes justifications are different with those who say halal, for example, from Indonesia, saying that permissible with the justification that beneficial and not harmful and considered as a locus. But in the, for those who are not permissible, like Brunei and Malaysia, saying that not considered as a locus, not as belalang in another word. So different opinions, right? And then maybe scientifically, Indonesia already tests because they have also the laboratory and they test maybe the product and found that it is not harmful. And of course, one of very important justification given by Indonesia through MUI in 2011, saying that it is not no blood flow, no blood flow, no blood in another word in this insect. So therefore, you want to say maita, once you kill the insect and then process to produce the what we call the color, it is no blood, but with what we call red color. Right? Very interesting. Saying that no blood flow, that means no blood flow, flowing blood, because when Allah SWT saying that Hurrimat alaikumul maitah wadamu here, there is two opinions. One opinion say that all kind of the blood, but one opinion saying that the blood which stated in the Holy Quran here refer to flowing blood, blood which is flow, right? So therefore, Indonesians what we call fatwa, maybe based on that kind of understanding from the verse, since there is no blood flow, so it is what we call under the category of permissible. This is justification, but no doubt we have also very strong justification from Brunei as well as from Malaysia. For example, Brunei saying that not considered as the locus. Of course, we understand that locus is locus, cochineal is cochineal, but therefore they stick with that kind of the definitions. And number two, the carcass of the cochineal is considered as najis. So now come with the question about impurity here, because when the cochineal die, it become carcass, it become maita. When it's become maita, there is najis. And according to Mazhab Hanafi, this is very strong justification to say that if something associated with najis, it is harmful to human being. It is not tayyib. So therefore, the what we call fatwa in line with that kind of understanding. And then in products that contain cochineal become mutanajis, najis and mutanajis. So similarly also with Malaysia, but in this just to say that it is what we call considered as al-khaba. Al-khaba is product. Next. So this is maybe more explanations about the status of what we call the status of questionnaire according to Brunei Darussalam and Malaysia, and also in Indonesia, which I already explained to you, but in detail, maybe you can read that. So now when we come to the current issue, no doubt, we already say something related to this matter in the background, but I would like to say that the current issue behind the questionnaire is, number one, it is an insect, and number two, also contain blood, but not flowing blood. And number three, whether it is become carcass or maita after the death of questionnaire, because of course questionnaire cannot be slaughtered, and then you process with this kind of thing and come out with the end product, coloring and so on. And because of this issue, the Muslim are concerned about the product that derive from this insect, whether it is permissible or what we call not permissible. Okay, this is a health issue also, maybe take into consideration for the Mufti. Maybe this health issue has been listed in many books, including also maybe related to allergic, related to Ortiz cardia, or maybe allergic asthma, cardiac arrhythmias, and so on, right? This is maybe a medical term. Of course, if we are confirmed 100% about this harmful, maybe it is more easier for the Mufti to issue the verdict. But sometimes what we call the issue or the root cause of the allergic asthma come from questionnaire or not, there is also a long debate behind that, right? So, but in another word, there is the health issue behind that. I'm sure everything has what we call health issue, including also questionnaire as well as another product, right? And so therefore, with the conclusion here, we found that three fatwa which has been issued by Brunei Darussalam and then Malaysia, it seems that similar, but we have another fatwa issued by Indonesia, which is more tolerable. And in this regard, we as the researcher, we have to understand more and more, and then have to conduct the research. Maybe in the future, the fatwa who say that non-permissible become permissible, overrule in another word, when there is scientific evidence or maybe what we call academic research finding behind the using of the questionnaire. Okay, thank you very much.